Welcome to this C&M video report, this time looking at autonomous cleaning and the pioneering work undertaken by ICE. My name is Neil Nixon, writer and event organiser, as well as editor of Cleaning and Maintenance magazine and conference director for the Cleaning Show, and I will be speaking with suppliers and users of autonomous cleaning systems to understand just some of the benefits. This video report was produced in February 2021 at the heart of a COVID-19 lockdown here in the UK, and consequently all conversations and filming were done using the Zoom video platform rather than face-to-face using professional equipment. I hope therefore you will excuse any slight glitches in the video or audio quality. We start with Darren Marston, Executive Chairman of ICE. Darren, are we at a pivotal point for autonomous cleaning, and how has the journey been so far?
This is definitely a once in my generation opportunity to make a change. And without boring you with detail, I fell into this industry, as most do, but at a very young age. And I was selling cleaning machines on a commission-only basis. And for me, what was important was always trying to find a differentiator. What was different? What was different about the vacuum cleaner or the mop or the cleaning cloth? So I guess inherently, we as a business have become focused on innovating. That hackneyed word. But what I'm witnessing now, without question, is an appetite for that change, an appetite that we haven't seen before.
Will autonomous cleaning machines replace humans or simply enhance the work that cleaning operatives do?
So again, I think I was brought up and indoctrinated to believe the market will only pay any money for a piece of equipment if it demonstrates productivity. So inherently, productivity means labour saving. That's how we've operated. So I don't know, 2008, when I first, and we as a business first got involved in robotic cleaning, it became a little bit of a battle to show that autonomous cleaning, first of all, could happen, it could perform and it could do it safely. And that was a fairly quick win, funnily enough. But what has taken a full decade is for the culture, for the market, for all of us really to become educated that we're not simply going to replace labour with machines. What we're going to do is to deploy that labour and that resource more effectively. And again, the curve, the learning curve, the acceptance curve of that 10 years has been pretty flat, frankly, highly disappointing. And it's only been the last 18 months or so that we've seen an uptake, a significant uptake. And then of course the last 8 months, 10 months, where there's been a dramatic uptake and interest and an embracement that we need to get that same cleaning resource doing different things.
Why has ICE been successful in developing this market?
And I think, I know ICE has done a fantastic job of building a service infrastructure, a national business which is able to support equipment in an immediate requirement, which is what our sector needs. Secondly, there's engaging the technology, which, as I say, our industry isn't capable of inventing and creating what it needs immediately. It has to look outside of the box and outside of our sector and try and harness what's being used in other industries and make it work for our own. So I think we've done a fantastic job there. Over the past 15 years, we've worked really hard to create some innovative funding tools, which allows facilities managers and contract cleaners and ultimate clients to fund this payback opportunity, this investment in capital to deliver results in the medium term. Ultimately, somebody needs to invest. It can't just be the supply chain. And of course, many of my peers in the industry would do a much better job than I of saying how suppressed that investment has been, because it's been so much driven by cost, bottom line cost, to deliver a cleaning service. Again, this year, I think, has changed that. It's a seismic change in priority. Nobody's got any more money. In fact, there's less money swirling around. But of course, we need to invest to deliver the results we need at a value and a quantified amount. And that's what our current generation of autonomous cleaning equipment does for us, with everything else that goes with it. We can deliver a consistent result, measured and performed, and actually prove that and document it. And that, I think, is a pretty big step change for the cleaning sector.
You've worked with some very high-profile clients in developing this offer, notably HS1 and Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. How critical has this client engagement been?
We've always jealously guarded our reputation and the loyalty of our clients. And you talked about, those that have taken the leap of faith. And the nice thing for us is we've had very entrepreneurial SME type businesses that have taken the leap and invested disproportionately in the technology, which is fantastic to see. And equally, some of the largest FM organisations on the planet have taken the lead with us, which, as I say, we're privileged to be involved with those entities. But also we're getting, as I say, end users and owners of transport infrastructure, you named HS1 and Network Rail, actually contacting us proactively and saying, look, we've seen your kit, we want a piece of it, can you come and see us? And, that's given us some huge exposure outside of our typical sector, outside of the FM sector. And that's proliferating pretty quickly, and it's very exciting for us to have many sectors. And again, in these very unfortunate times, there are sectors that are thriving and that need to continue to operate in a very seamless fashion. And whether that's healthcare or whether it's Amazon, for example, these businesses are extremely active and they need to be able to operate appropriately cleaned and appropriately distanced, and we can deliver that. We need to continue to justify that trust, which isn't easy. We still have to deliver it, we still have to execute it, we still have to service it. And of course, we have to continue to move because our competition will continue to come up on the rails. And again, I find it invigorating that for 10 years, our competition have been very reluctant to invest in autonomous equipment. But now we're seeing them, as a plethora of them, just racing up against the rails and, joining the market, which, my colleagues here, tend to look over their shoulder and think, goodness me, this is scary. But I believe it is vindication that our strategy and our route has been the right one. And that as more and more competition comes to the fore, then it will help educate the market. And the size of the sector, the autonomous sector I'm talking about, will grow.
Thanks, Darren, for a very useful insight into the journey so far. Next, we speak with Yu Ping, Overseas Sales Manager at Gaojian Robotics, developer and supplier of the equipment used by ICE. Yu, can you tell us how has working with ICE assisted you in achieving your strategic expansion?
I think ICE has done a great job in introducing our robots to the UK and benefiting the cleaning industry there. They are bold and they have a unique eye to spot out what is the best product on the market.
Looking to once the machines are on site in the UK, how easy is it to set them up and get them working? Is this something you need an engineer to do, or is this something that can be done by the cleaning operative on site?
Actually, this is also one unique feature of our EcoBot series, because our machines, everything related to installation can be done on the machine, and with a really quick training, even cleaner can learn how to scan the map and also how to create a cleaning path for the site. And it's so easy, and we have a panel on the machine. So this way, no professional engineer is needed, no extra tools, for example, laptop or a mapping robot is needed, and everything can be done fast and quick. For example, for a site of about 3,000 square meters, and to map it, our EcoBot will only take less than half an hour. So I have found ICE a really admiring partner, and also I found colleagues at ICE truly diligent and trustworthy. For example, ICE nowadays has introduced more than 100 units of EcoBot to the UK, especially considering they have only been into this sector less than 9 months, and this is really remarkable performance. And their engineer team, their sales team, and also their operation team have showed me really organized structure and really kind and really friendly. They're passionate about robotic technology and they are proud of their works and they have done a great job.
Thanks, U. Next, we speak with Paul May, Head of Stadium Operations at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Paul, being responsible for undoubtedly the finest stadium in Europe, why did you put your trust in ICE and its autonomous cleaning range?
Darren and ICE have been involved in robotic cleaning for a long time, and I trust them to bring that to the forefront. And mainly, Neil, because our stakeholders, our supporters, our building control, the local authority, everyone expects more from cleaning, especially during these times. And for me, what these times have brought, cleaning was always seen as back of house, not to be seen, undervalued. And as a club, as Tottenham Hotspur now, we see this and we call it front and centre. Cleaners are now seen. They're seen with the most advanced cleaning equipment, the most advanced consumables. And what we have to do is then tell our supporters, tell our stakeholders how we clean, what equipment we're using, how we're using it. And this will be forever now. It's changed. Cleaning has changed. When you come to the stadium, you'll want to know that it's clinically clean. It's interesting within the stadium. I do see cobotics being seen by our tours. So when we have tours constantly, we have exhibitions, we have conferences within the stadium, and there's no reason then machines can't be cleaning the areas and be seen by people coming to the stadium every day. And that includes our offices, our offices at Lily White House, which are adjoined to the stadium. People see the machinery every day. They want to see the machinery now. I think the time has come where the machine comes out at night or early in the morning and then gets put in the cupboard. That's no longer. People want to see areas being cleaned, and it's that is so important for everyone that visits offices, stadiums, warehouses, the training centre. Our first team want to see machinery being used, alongside the human factor. Anyone you talk to in Tottenham Hotspur, our chairman drives for the best of everything. He wants the best stadium, he wants the best training centre, he wants the best team, he wants to win. But everything that goes in it has to be the best as well, and has to be maintained. It looks he calls it looks brand new at all times. And supporters expect everything to look brand new. And the only way it looks brand new, if it's cleaned constantly, if it's maintained constantly. So we have a training centre that ICE provide all the equipment to, and that's 365 days a year. 24 hours a day. We have academy teams there, we have first teams there, we have the women's football team there. We have a lodge there. This equipment is being used all the time. The equipment cannot break, and if it does break, it has to be repaired immediately. And in the stadium, we have a match every other week, sometimes twice a week, and we don't close. We have 600. Outside of the pandemic, we're up to 600 events a year. That could range from 30 people to 450 people. We'll have 6 concerts a year. We have 2 NFL matches a year. So the importance of cleaning and cleaning equipment is right up there. If it breaks, it has to be repaired. And the service they provide, has been. I can only recommend their service departments. And our relationship with ICE will continue for many, many years, because they keep bringing the right solutions to our business. It's the most important thing.
Thanks very much, Paul. As a Spurs season ticket holder, I personally cannot wait to get back to that magnificent stadium. Next, we speak with Paul Ashton, CEO of Birkin Cleaning. Paul, Birkin has placed the largest single order for autonomous cleaning machines with ICE to date. What was the driver behind this decision?
Upon acquiring Birkin, one of the ambitions was always for it to be viewed as a tech leader. So a company which embraces innovation, and actually seeing how automation has impacted on so many other industries. There was this, as a board, we all felt that is, it was coming to cleaning, and we wanted to be at the forefront. So for us, it was about making sure that we had equipment that was fit for purpose. And what we've seen is technology advance, whether that's, the technology, the brains behind what's powering the kit. But certainly the Vegas show in late 19 was a really, there was some great tech going on there. And that coincided with ICE coming to Birkin to kind of give us some headline information. So for us, becoming an early adopter was important for us strategically as a business. It was one of our key objectives, and we've tried to do that in every area, not just in cobotics. But for us, our ambition was to very much embrace, get the equipment on board and use it for all of the right reasons. And we're now in a place where, we've seen this certainly in 2020, it's proved invaluable in so many respects, but it's actually allowed us to kind of deliver on our set objectives and our set strategies. Things are changing, the technology is there. It's nothing to be scared of. Don't get me wrong, it's not an easy journey, because you are changing behavior, you're changing habits. So I think from a client perspective, huge interest, and actually, for us, it's actually helped us secure new business. Some really high profile clients have engaged Birkin because of that approach to innovation and technology, and cobotics in particular. But actually, it's the bigger challenge and the bigger step and the biggest hurdle's the wrong word, but it's something you need to be very aware of, is the embracing an engagement with your team, frontline operatives, because that's where, our first cobot, that's where we learned a lot of lessons about how you engage, how you integrate the cobotics into your cleaning regime. Get that bit right and it flies, and that's what we've seen. And to be fair, that's where ICE have been really helpful in actually spending the time to understand the buildings, understand the training needs, and help build a training support package around that, and then give it the relevant amount of face time and hand holding, in simple terms, to get the cobotics working. And we now we're massively proud to place the largest order with them off the back of that. The investment and the kind of the prep time that we did at the start. It's like any new technology or any company that's rolled out software. You do your homework. It's make sure and I have to say, ICE will come out and do the site survey. They will come out, they will engage with your area management team. They will speak to the client. They will try and understand the quirks of the building. The more prep work you put in, the better the results and the smoother the transition will be. And we've seen that, each cobot that we launch has been better and better and better. And we've got to a position where we've now got 13, whether it's an EcoBot 50, an EcoVac, or an EcoBot 75, each has been applied in a bespoke way for each of the specific environments in which it's cleaning. And that seems to be a recipe that's working well. So, a sort of an open-mindedness and engagement from the client and your site-based teams. The area management engagement levels are really important, and then the support from ICE in terms of doing the time to invest, research and plan. You mix all of that together, and yeah, they are. The technology, and one of the things that appealed to us and kind of committed us to going with the order was about the ease of mapping, and actually the level of training and support and guidance and how-to manuals that are provided as part of that setup process mean that you are really making that, you're giving it every opportunity to succeed right from day one.
Thanks, Paul. Next, we speak with Yvonne Taylor, Global Head of Cleaning for OCS. Yvonne, how has OCS embraced autonomous cleaning, and what has been the experience on your ICE journey so far?
So there is definitely appetite for autonomous cleaning. I think at the moment that appetite is driven by the fact that the human that's normally using a mechanical piece of equipment can be released from that piece of equipment to concentrate on other things like touch point cleaning, all those types of cleaning. But currently our customers aren't necessarily looking for a saving, whether that be a saving on the equipment or a saving on labour, or even the standardisation that using a robot gives you. It's more about releasing the staff member they've already got that they don't want to get rid of, because they want them to be doing the touch point cleaning and all the detail work because of what's going on currently globally. The robots that ICE use are so much easier to program. It doesn't need a whiz kid that can run through an Excel spreadsheet as fast as anything. It's become a lot easier to be able to do it. And the fact now that the actual people on the ground, the actual operatives, can be taught how to program if another room, if they find they've got an hour's capacity in their robot, and rather than that robot just sitting around doing nothing, they could find a smaller area for that robot and they can actually program that themselves, which is absolutely fantastic. We've been saving lives as cleaning officers for a very, very long time. And I think by having the robots, they can get on with the heavy duty cleaning, repetitive cleaning that we do. And the human then can carry on making sure everyone's premises is safe at all times.
In your role as Global Head of Cleaning of what is, one of Europe's largest contract cleaning businesses, what do you see as the potential for autonomous cleaning within a business such as yours?
Me personally, I'm pushing autonomous cleaning throughout the globe with regards to OCS. And I think the drive, because of COVID, is focused on autonomous cleaning, but I think its focus is, especially globally, is more on Internet of Things and data. But what we got to make everybody aware of is that actually the autonomous cleaning machines give you so much data for you to improve and enhance your service that you're delivering to your customer, because knowledge is power, and the more knowledge and more information you can drag out of those robots, the better the service will be for the end user. So that's the beauty of using ICE, is I don't have to go to ICE for a floor robot and find a carpet robot somewhere. I've covered all my bases by going with ICE. And they're very forward thinking, and that Darren and the team have been on this journey for 12, 13 years, and they've stuck with it and have been adamant that this is the way the cleaning equipment will go.
Thanks very much, Yvonne. Next, we speak with Rob Shield, Property Works Manager at Network Rail High Speed. Rob, are you operating the autonomous machinery while the public are around? And does it create interest and provide reassurance to your customers?
General cleaning operation, nighttime is the time that we do the floor scrubbing, purely because that's just how it's been through BAU. But a lot of the programming that we've done during the daytime, because that's when the staff are around. And yeah, absolutely no issues with it being around people. We in Network Rail have a fairly stringent safety approval process. We've taken the device through that process. It's been approved for use, around passengers. And yeah, it's definitely a source of interest when we do use it during the daytime. Yeah, lots of people take lots of pictures when we've kind of got it out in the day.
Many thanks, Rob. Last, but by no means least, we speak with Jay Newton, Head of Stations Engineering and Operations at HS1. Jay, you are one of the champions of autonomous cleaning, a true early adopter. What led you down this pioneering path?
So I'm part of the innovation team at High Speed One, and one thing that we are working on is a digital twin of the station, and that digital twin will look at build a 3D model. It connects all of our systems and services together. So it will look at lifts and escalators. It will look at where people are, how people come in and move through the station. And what I want to do, and what we've been discussing, is how we link the robots to that digital twin, so that, for instance, someone may spill a cup of coffee. We have AI that can see that something's been spilled through our cameras because they're very high definition, and it can automatically talk to the robots and say, please go and clean that area, and they go and do that. That's a very efficient way of doing, delivering a service, making sure everyone's safe. That's the exciting place to go. Everything can work independently. Working with ICE, they're very up for, what can we do, how can we interact, and how can we build an autonomous system? And that's one of the things that I'm looking to deliver. St Pancras is our main station. We're looking to deliver it across all of our 3 other stations, and using the digital twin and robotics integrated into that is part of the future. It allows for a service delivery that isn't seen anywhere else, and we want to be at the forefront of that, and I think ICE want to be at the forefront of that. So we've got a great journey in front of us between us all. And one thing that excites us with ICE is the fact that they are at the forefront and have machinery that has the ability to work and deliver with us. It isn't separate to us. It becomes part of our delivery team, part of our delivery system, and part of the opportunity to be more effective, and create a one-point delivery service. So we can use the technology to increase knowledge and understanding in our teams, to help them become more, confident with using technology. And it allows us as a business to become more efficient and effective when delivering that. So in the round, when you look at it all, you can say we can buy a solution, we can deliver it through a supplier, and as a client, we are confident that we're delivering the best that we can when it comes to cleaning and creating a safe environment for our staff and customers. The support line is also really, really good because, again, the training is delivered via online or in person. The training can then be supported, if you're not sure, by the machine itself, or by clicking a button on the iPad or on the machine, and then connecting to a service support assistant who will help you through an issue. Again, it makes our staff feel confident that they know what they're doing, that they know that they can deal with and tackle most tasks, and it just gives them, the confidence to use the equipment, which is great for everyone. They are then trained to deliver that, and they can move on and do other things. So from start to finish, it's from my point of view, I have the assurance that I can park it now with our suppliers, and it just delivers a service 100%. I don't worry about things. There's no issues. I can get reports and dashboards if I need to, that show me how everything's doing, the amount of time we're offline, the amount of time we're working, which again gives our suppliers and our users confident that we're getting a great service.
Well, that concludes this C&M video report. Thanks very much for watching, and sincere thanks to everyone that took part during what are undoubtedly very challenging times.